Hello and welcome once again to the studio and my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be dealing with a request from a follower called Aaron over in America, and he'd like to know how I go about drawing a sexy or a sensual young lady. And I thought, well, why not? Because it's one of those things that cartoonists get called upon to draw a reasonable amount of time, depending on what form of cartoons you're doing. So it would be a handy thing to know how to do. And also, what bloke doesn't like drawing sexy young ladies? So that's what I'll be doing today. The picture you see in front of you is the one that I'll be doing. As ever, please subscribe and press buttons and share and goodness knows what else. Let everyone know all about us. And we'll get on with the tutorial. As always, if you'd like to learn how to do anything else, put it in the box below. I'll mention that later on again. I'll mention it a few times. I'll keep on mentioning it because it's how I get ideas and how we make a channel together. So, right, let's go for it, shall we? Let's head this way. Exit stage left, as they say. And I'll show you how I go about drawing a sexy young lady. Thank you. Right, here we go. Let's get on with the serious stuff of being silly. Like I said, I've been asked to draw or requested to draw a sensual or sexy lady. And that's going to be a tough job, isn't it, eh? Yeah. Right, so but like with everything with cartoons, as I always say, work off shapes. Whether they be circles, squares, triangles, rectangles, ovals, anything like that. Just to build up a kind of a skeletal framework, if you like I'm doing here. Now, it's a cartoon, so you exaggerate it. The top one's the head, the middle one's the chest, the bottom one's the ass. So you'll notice that the middle one is sticking out at the front, whereas the bottom one is sticking out at the back. It's striking a pose, it's striking an exaggerated pose for the sake of sensuality. That's all I'm doing that for. And now, whilst I've been waffling away, I've been working on the head, building up a point for the chin and a general shape. If you want to make it easier for yourself, a little bit easier, you don't feel that confident about making sure that the nose and the mouth and the eyes are going to be in the right place, then you can always draw a line like this one, right down the centre of the circle. So you're just literally halving it. So the nose can go down the centre of that, the eyes on both sides, and the mouth in the, well, wherever you want to put it, depending on the expression. This lady's going to have a fairly innocuous expression, so it doesn't really matter what it says. I'm not drawing her features in just yet because it's not going to help with the with the action that she's doing or what she's trying to portray. Because believe you me, sometimes you can draw the features on a character, and it's best to draw them first if it's very important to the picture, because it can help you actually draw the character, the angle that you're drawing the character, or the position that the character's in. Expression can help, but in this particular one it doesn't really matter, so I haven't bothered. Now I've worked off the back of their hair, or rather the top of their hair as it comes out. You notice I've come away from the main circle shape. I may even come away further from it afterwards, I don't know. And oh hello, what am I up to here? Oh, that's it, I'm working on the testular area. Now this, going to work on shapes again, children, pay attention, because if you wanted to, this could be a triangle almost. Or rather like one of those old, actually what the best way of describing this, I would say, is you remember those old wire coat hangers? It looks like one of those that's had a heavy pair of trousers on them, and they're out of shape a little bit, but it gives a three-dimensional effect of the breasts, which are going to be an important and integral part of the sexy lady image. Now I've left there some I've been torn away from it, and I'm just working off the rest of the shape of the body. Now you can see I've got the circle there, and I'm just using as a guide to put in the ass. Now you can make that as large or as small, as pert as you wish, but for the sake of this picture, there she goes there, and there's the back of the leg. Now we've got the shape. Now we've got the shape of the body. Chest out front, ass out back. That's how it works. And what I'm showing you there really is just where the rib cage would be, so you've got an idea if you were drawing, because it's fairly it's the nearest thing I get to drawing, shall we say, anatomy. I'm not a serious artist. I'm quite a silly one, but when it comes to drawing things like sensual young ladies or very muscular men, then you're a lot closer to drawing properly, as I say. So so there you go. Right, now working off the arm. I think I may have drawn the hand a bit too big there. I'll probably change that as it comes to sort of inking. I think I changed that a bit later on, but there's the other arm. It's hidden by the other side of the body. Now we're coming to do the shirt, which can be one of those things that women do when they untuck the shirt and then they tie the front up into a knot. It's be that kind of thing, like a gingham type thing. I think you Americans call them plaid or plaid, or how you pronounce it. But this thing's going to be open wide at the front. So once again, it's sexy. So imagine the shirt is rising up over the top of the breast. So give it a bit of a curve. See what I did there? See what I did there? There you go. On the other side, we'll have it sticking out over the breast, so it just exposes a little bit more. It's a little bit more sexy, shall we say. Put a little bit of shade in there so you can see what I've done. There you go, you see. So now we're getting some oh, hang about. I'm obviously going to spend some time around here. I found the level. Look at that. Okay, are we going to move away from that? No, we're going to stay there for a bit longer, I think. I don't think I'm going to move away from that one for too long. Onto her neck. Swan necks, remember. She's a sensual lady. Swan neck. Oh, I'm back down there again. God, blimey. I'm not even a boob man, but there we are. Now it's just a case of me sort of strengthening the lines up. Now, she's a Daisy Duke character. For those of you who don't know who Daisy Duke is, I suggest you put Daisy Duke into Google and then probably spend a very enjoyable half hour. She's a character from a program called The Dukes of Hazzard, and she's a very sexy young lady. And she wore these gingham or plaid type t-shirts and very short cut off jeans, I think they were. Yeah, and that's what this is here. Once again, following the shape of the body. And that will give it its curves and its alluring feel. There we go. That's it. We're going to start to work on, what am I doing? What am I doing? Where am I playing? Oh yes, that's it. I've used the line in the middle of the skull, or the head shape that I drew. Now some people work off almond shape eyes to make the ladies look very sexy and give them fulsome lips. I don't. If you want to, do so. Go ahead, knock yourself out. It's whatever you want to do. I personally don't really think that it needs it, so it's just 2 dots for the eyes and a smile. Like I said, it wasn't a very important expression, shall we say, so therefore I didn't have to worry too much about the expression affecting the way that the character's going to stand or look. I'm working the arms here. If you want to, you can give a pipe cleaner arms, you know, exactly the same on both sides. Or, because I say it's more anatomically correct, you work off a few shapes. Just make it a bit more shapely, give a slight muscle structure. Not much, just a little bit of muscle structure. And there we go. So, did I decide to go with that? Well, I think I'm changing my mind here. There we go. I've decided to bring the arm coming down a bit more, so it's still from behind or to the side of her, but it's just really her hand I wanted there. I didn't want anything else. I didn't need to show the arm or anything. There we go. Look at that. That'll probably change when it comes to inking it, which, while we're on the subject and whilst I'm faffing around here now, just sort of filling in lines, strengthening up. I don't normally do this when it comes, if I drew this on a comics page or a single panel gag or whatever it is that I was doing, I would not spend this much time. I'm only doing this really so as you can see a lot more clearly. I'm defining the guide, shall we say. And in fact, I think I did play around with the hair a bit more there. Once again, this hairstyle doesn't exist. No hair's going to do that. But I kind of quite liked it. Oh, there you go. See, I told you I'd probably mess around with the back of the hair. It gives it more of a Jennifer Aniston feel to it. And seeing as she was recognised as one of the world's great beauties, it's not a bad, shall we say, image to sort of portray. Yeah, okay. Well, so whilst I'm fiddling around and finishing the last little bits and pieces, just remember that this is a YouTube channel that I would like to grow, and I'd like to fill it with things that are of interest to yourself. So if there's anything you'd like to know how to draw, or like me to show you how to draw, then like Aaron, just drop a note in the comments section below and let me know, and I'll see what I can do. Let's try and make this a channel where you learn to draw what you want to learn to draw, not what I necessarily dictate. So, okay. Besides that, you could hit subscribe, hit like, all the usual stuff, you know how it goes. And enjoy the next section, which is going to be, well, it's just going to be the inking of this, but speeded up to music. It's something I've always done. It's something I enjoy. So please keep coming back, and we'll see you soon on the next video. I'll leave you with a little bit of music. Thank you very much. See you next time.